Welcome to the Texas Cornhole Show. My name is Grant Upchurch. This is my co-host, Jonathan Zarzinski. And today, is it working right? We're good?
Yeah, man, you're just loud.
I'm a loud guy.
It's high energy time, right? Every time he reviews one of our episodes, he texts me and says, we need to chug an energy drink before we do our next show.
Yeah, that's the nicest way for me to say wake up.
Wake up, Jonathan. Yeah. So here I am. I'm trying to be high energy. It is 9:20. I've been up all day. I've done several interviews today. I'm worn out. But hey, high energy. Let's go. First off, I have a huge announcement to make.
Well, hold on.
Okay.
And today we have our guest.
Yeah.
Mr. Cornhole Dojo.
I happen to be here.
Mr. Sexy Bags.
Yes.
CJ Marquez.
Hola, ¿cómo están ustedes?
Bien, ¿y tú?
Yeah, muy bien. Gracias por preguntar.
Todo bien?
Yeah. Yeah. So you're going to sponsor a bunch of people? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, here we go. Huge announcement. So today is Tuesday, September 26th.
Yeah.
The ACO, the ACOG Cornhole League is coming to Texas. They'll be in Bryan, Texas this weekend. It's the 29th, I believe, 28th, 29th, Friday, Saturday. Mm-hmm. And Big D, one of our show's big sponsors, is sponsoring anybody and everybody in Texas and Oklahoma for an annual membership and doubles at the major. And the major doubles has a $2,000 payout. Singles has a $2,000 payout. And there's also payouts for big blind draw, co-ed, seniors, juniors. Anyway.
So any doubles?
Anybody can show up.
Doesn't have to be open.
There's only
doubles.
one. ACO only does one.
Oh.
It's though they have multiple brackets after it starts, but everybody gets into the same group. You play, and they break it into 1, 2, and 3 brackets.
Gotcha.
Typically, depending on how many people show up.
Gotcha.
But yeah, man, if you show up, don't register online. Show up either Friday or Saturday, and if you are a doubles team in Texas or Oklahoma, from Texas or Oklahoma, you get an annual membership to ACO, which is typically $50, and you get to play in the doubles tournament for free.
Yeah.
Thanks to our sponsor, Big D.
I would
Let's
totally
go.
do that.
Yeah, and Frank Gears is going to be there. His interview is going to be right after us, this interview. I did an interview with him earlier today, and he's really interesting. He's been around cornhole since it started. A lot of people think, himself included, and me too, he's kind of started the whole cornhole craze, a lot of the big cornhole tournaments.
In Texas or just throughout?
No, in general.
Just in general. Frank Gears is the goddaddy, the granddaddy, the pappy of cornhole.
Did he ever tip his toes into TCO?
Oh yeah, Chad was.
They had a relationship, very early on.
Yeah, he was like a director for him. A lot of the tournaments that were down here were ACO in the beginning.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, TCO and
that's
ACO
right. They had
a
ACO
relationship
bags.
too. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And some of those ACO bags actually had a little badge on it.
They did, and right in the corner, they had a patch on them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Specifically, a patch.
A patch. Yeah, well, because
the original patch.
We won't get into that, but I was an attorney at one point defending somebody who got sued over patches on bags.
That's right.
And patches on bags existed, but I digress.
Right.
All right, so that's my big announcement. If you want to come play in an ACO tournament, I'll be there. I'm bringing a team. Big D players are going to win it all. But if you want to maybe get second or third, free annual membership and doubles entry provided by your boy at Big D.
How many teams are you bringing?
I think I got 4.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
I might have borrowed a center guy. Might have borrowed an OC guy.
Kevin's going.
Yeah, Kevin will be there.
Of course he's freaking going.
Kevin's
you gonna fit everybody on the plane?
No, and Kevin's mad about that, because he really wanted to go on the plane. Because we've flown together. He really liked it. Flying that little plane is a lot of fun for some people. Some people hate it. Some people love it. Kevin loves it.
Have you gotten on the plane yet?
No.
No, I wouldn't either.
No, it's not that.
Scared,
it's not that I've ever said no. I've never been invited.
No. Hey, so you would if you did. I mean, you would.
Well, at this point,
going.
I feel like I should say no because it's been so long.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Wow!
Yeah.
I was thinking
Take
we
me
were
out to
going to
dinner
do
first, and we'll talk about
a
it.
special edition from the airplane. I think we're going to do that pretty soon. So
That would be crazy, dude.
Yeah, that would be cool.
yeah, that's my big announcement, man. Come on out to Bryan, Texas. Hang out with me and Mr. Frank Gears. Meet him. Give him a shot. ACO is pretty cool. Yeah, he gets into a lot of the, rumors and a lot of the things that people say about ACO here in Texas. These things that I've heard about payouts and not paying and stuff like that. He gets into it. It's in the interview. It'll be after this, hanging out with CJ.
Yeah, I can't hate on anybody who's doing cornhole anything. Like if you're pushing cornhole out there, then you're good in my book.
Yeah, me too.
I mean, don't get me wrong. The reputation was bad at one point. I mean, I was with when I was a pro and I was hanging out with some of the other pros that used to be in ACO, man, they didn't have many good things to say, you know. So hopefully, after this interview, people feel a little better about it.
He gets into it. Yeah, it's pretty interesting. I really enjoyed the interview. So a lot of history in that. It's over an hour long.
Okay,
but it's
well,
good.
let's get off
great.
Frank Gears since he gets an hour. Let's get on to the real
Let's get off
cornhole guy.
Frank Gear's nuts. He's got some pretty big nuts, though, for sure.
For sure.
So, CJ, how'd you get into cornhole? Starting off.
Well, I was playing inside, people's backyards, and then one day a buddy of mine was like, "Hey, you play cornhole?" I was like, "Yeah," and he's like, "I need a partner, for North
We
Texas."
name drop on this show.
Oh, his name's Gabe Jimenez, and most people called him Gabe Jimenez because they couldn't say Jimenez.
I probably was one of them.
Yeah, really. And so, like, people call me Nieves, same thing. But so I went up there and we played social, and then that was it. I remember going in there, I was like, "Oh my God, this is a freaking league! Wow, this is awesome!" And then I was like, "Is there an Instagram or something, or is there anything where I can keep track with this?" And there was nothing. And then I saw Taylor Stone and Seth Northcutt at the table, like taking people's money and everything. And I was like, "Hey, Mr. Stone, I took some pretty cool pictures and everything. And do you have like a Instagram or something that I could like tag y'all on this?" And he was just like, "No."
Mr. Stone.
That was it. I was like, "Okay, all right, this isn't very social media friendly." So, I mean, that's just how I am. I'm like really like, I like to take pictures and videos and like, just blast stuff on social media, and so that's kind of where I came in.
Yeah, so the best way to find you is Cornhole Dojo. Is that right? Your YouTube channel?
On YouTube, yeah.
Yeah, and you've got some great interviews, and I like your cornhole matches. You show the whole match between a lot of players that are really well known.
Yeah.
And then your SIG recaps are becoming great, like for me at least in my life. Like I look forward to it. Like SIG's over, I look forward to your SIG recap. It's always very cool. It makes me feel like I was there, even when I wasn't.
Yeah, and I actually feel bad that I missed the Ryder Cup. I was trying to be a good boy, and I left early, because I was like, "Oh, it's gonna be Sammy and JBJ, of course. It's gonna be a marathon." If I would have known they were just gonna go airmails only,
yeah, oh, that's your thing.
I missed the whole damn thing. They just went airmails only. Did you see it?
No, I didn't watch it.
Yeah,
You see? Yeah, because you thought it was gonna be the same thing.
Yeah, nobody was. So they were like, okay,
I
it's
just
getting
figured
late.
they wouldn't play it, to be honest with you, just because they're on the same team. That's usually what happens at Ryder Cups.
but there were payouts,
Yeah, that's the only difference about.
and that was new.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They
so
probably
for those
split
who
the
don't
just so
know-
you know, they probably split the money.
You think before the match?
No, like, I'm-
Probably. Yeah.
That's usually what happens.
And I think they had a high PPR playing nothing but airmails.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. I was like, I can't believe I missed that. I was like, no, I don't care how late it is next time, or if my mom or my wife's pissed at me, I'm staying.
Did you play in Ryder Cup?
I think I just played doubles. Yeah.
Okay.
How did you only play doubles? Who played singles?
Don't you have to
Oh
play?
no, you're right. I did play singles and doubles. Yeah. I think I batted 500.
Oh, all right.
I did okay.
It's pretty good.
Yeah. John, how'd you do?
I got second place open.
No, that's not what the question was.
I made the top bracket in
no,
doubles.
That's not what the question is. What was your batting average?
Oh, I was like close to 500 actually. But in singles, I made lower bracket. Doubles, I made upper bracket. But I batted around 500.
Cool.
I did, believe it or not, in open, even though I stink. So take that. How did your team do, Grant? Did you hit a podium?
I didn't get carried. I was trying to carry. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
we tried to put a team together, but we had a lot of guys that just don't know each other.
Right.
Trying to create some team chemistry and stuff, and we did. We had a great time. Ryder Cup is Ryder Cup. I had an awesome time, but you kind of need some team chemistry to win some of that. Team 8 is the specific one in that.
100%.
So one of the things that's happening at the ACO event is they call it the Bag Masters Challenge, and it's 4-man, sponsored by bag companies. So that's something that was might be interesting. I don't really like 4-man.
4 on each side?
No,
Two on each
each side. But I like it more than 8, dude. 4 on one side, throwing one bag around. I do not like that.
I love it because anything can happen, man.
Right.
It's just that one. I got one bag. That's it.
I love
Right?
it, and I love being the anchor of those teams because I'm like,
Going
I
last?
got one bag, and let's see how much I can do with this one bag.
What do you think are the statistics for people, like the best players are the people that play that? Are they the ones that actually pick up one bag at a time?
Probably.
Right?
Yeah.
It's not rhythm player friendly
Right.
at all.
So it's a one bagger?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I mess with my pitch so much. I'm changing things between bags, so I need that 1 or 2 just to get warmed up.
I was like, I've been practicing something different, and I've been like, getting into it. Like, okay, this is feeling good. Where I just put my to the side here and then go back.
I noticed that.
Yeah. And game 1, I'm like, and then Grant's like, what the fuck are you doing that for?
It almost reminded me of kale. You put it up here, you kind of put it way out here.
It just killed me for the rest of the day. I was like, fuck, Grant doesn't like my throw. Fuck.
I don't like the motion of starting way outside of your body on your throw, because then you're like, you just look at the line. If you could draw a line from where your bag moves that entire time, it's just everywhere but straight.
It's going to be a loop.
Right.
Yeah.
But if it's comfortable for you and it's a rhythm thing, all right, go for it, man.
So what do you think about Kales? He kind of starts up higher.
I can't say anything about Kales. It works.
Right. He's the Jim Furyk of cornhole. If you know, that's a golf reference. Anybody know Jim Furyk?
No idea.
Oh, Cale Harrell reminds me of Jim Furyk.
He's got a lot of patience in his throw because, like you say, he's got so much going on and he keeps it at the same rhythm.
Yeah.
And comes back out.
Yeah. How'd you like this last SIG? You like the setup? You like the vibe?
Yes. Because, it wasn't... Some people were saying that they made it that way because there wasn't that much attendance. But whether that's the case or not, I love
There was 800 players there.
Yeah.
800?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a lot. And I love that central area with the pit and the TV setup playing sports. Mm-hmm. I mean, I'm kind of hoping for a lower turnout from here on out because that was a great setup.
They should keep it that way.
But what's cool is that now that TCL, this is the benefit of using venues over and over again. Mm-hmm. TCL starting to get maps and kind of knows what the layout looks like.
Yeah.
Or they can start rearranging stuff because they know how much room they have.
Yeah. And so the Shreveport area is bigger than any other area that we have. Is that right? Because the Grand Prairie, I'm sorry.
The convention, it's the biggest one. That's our biggest venue.
One? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because by old setups, when you were sitting at the main courts or the championship courts and you looked down, it was forever long.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Walking down there seemed like a huge task. It was so long. Mm-hmm. Right. Over 100 sets of boards. But doing that, it made the area feel smaller.
Splitting it up.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought it was greght. Very, very good layout. Loved it. Mm-hmm.
So we'll see what kind of new layouts they have. But what you go to the sandbar?
Hell yeah.
What did you do the sandbar?
I went there because I wanted some pizza, but then I guess the pizza was like an hour wait long.
Yeah.
Yikes. So
we just got quesadillas, but it's just awesome how you go there and pretty much everybody's there just cornhole related.
Yeah.
And when we first got there, somebody almost got into a fight, and then it got broken up, and immediately everybody was like, "Wait a minute, who was about to fight?" Oh, I don't know. Like, it was weird.
Yeah.
Like a fight was about to start, and then everybody started breaking it up, and then nobody knew how
anything about
started.
The fight.
Like, how was it about to start? Like, it was weird.
Somebody just got salty.
Yeah.
Yeah, just stuff happens, man. Cornhole, long day, competitive environment, drinking. It's just going to happen at some point, right?
Yeah, for sure.
But dude, it was like, what do you think about the drinks? Were they expensive or not?
No.
Mixed drinks were $9, and I'm a mixed drink drinker.
That seems like a deal.
Yeah, I'm going to be honest. That $9 for a mixed drink, I'm just.
It is.
Yeah.
I mean,
$10 to walk away. Yeah.
I'm kind of. I don't remember.
I'm a $7-ish kind of guy.
More at 7. They're making strong pours. Are we talking sandbar?
At the end of the day, it's not a bar.
Sandbar or at the event
We're talking
center?
about the event center.
No, I'm talking about the event center.
Oh, everything's always overpriced.
Yeah, but I expect that. It's like you go to Six Flags, you got to pay $5 for water.
Yeah, well, that's my complaint. Is I wish that waters were cheaper.
100%.
Especially with the amount of alcohol going on.
Drives me nuts. I got to pay $5 for a bottle of water, $4.50 or whatever it is.
Yeah.
That's actually a good idea because it'll help people stay hydrated and not get fucked up.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because right now, if I'm choosing between a $5 beer and a $5 water, well, might as well grab a beer, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I hear that.
That's facts.
So, what else you got going on in the dojo? I know you said you're redoing some stuff. You're building on.
Yeah.
Anything cool?
It just seems like something happens at it all the time. Like little ass town shit keeps happening. Like. The last big thing that happened was there was like a little windstorm at night, and I guess there was a power line hanging a little too low, and then the train shows up, Kansas City Southern, I think, and I guess caught it and just kept on going. And that cable is like made of it's got like an aluminum casing around it, and it just fucking pulled it, and then the pole's like, whoa, where are you going? Oh shit! I pulled the pole, grabbed the other pole. Grabbed the other pole. It took like 5 poles out.
Oh, wow.
Out of the ground.
Yeah, those trains, there's some energy
And
moving.
it kept on going. So it took about a day and a half to get power back. And then we still don't have internet.
You're kidding me.
No, because we have fiber optics, and it was in the lines.
Yeah.
And this is the second time it's happened in a year with what I just told you.
Yeah.
And so now they're thinking about burying the line underneath the tracks.
Well, there you go.
But they got to get permission from the railroad commission. It's like a big clusterfuck.
Hey man, can you stop tearing up our stuff and let us put it on the tracks?
Yeah. What the fuck? You know?
Yeah. What a bummer.
Yeah,
So
just
are you keeping up to speed on all of the happenings in the ACL?
Yeah. I think Sammy Soto is going to be rookie of the
Sammy's
year.
a pro?
I think that's what people are saying.
He's
right?
a lock, apparently.
No, one guy said that. And,
No,
and
3.
3?
Yes.
And they say on that thing way too early. And I would agree, it's way too early. We got to see. Sammy's got to get focused, Season's right around the corner.
And there are a lot of rookies that are pretty good.
Everyone's good, know. So, but don't get me wrong, I believe in the kid. I know he can do it. I just hope he's focused.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he went 3 for 3 of all their picks. Yep.
Yeah. So who's the only other rookie that's in? Oh, well, Ellis is a rookie.
Ellis,
Considered
yeah.
rookie. Yeah,
Yeah.
never mind. Yeah, he's pretty good too. He beat Sammy.
Yeah.
Double dipped him.
Well,
Yeah.
Sammy's got him moving forward.
Yeah.
Just trust.
Mm-hmm. He was throwing those BGs or something like that.
Black,
You know what?
the black ones, yeah.
That's another thing that I saw about BG after this season. They had so many BG players, and then you just can't keep them all, And so I guess they didn't have the money to keep everybody, or I don't know what, but they couldn't keep everybody.
I think a lot of bag makers scaled back their sponsorship money.
The problem is that all the pros, it became an expectation that your bag sponsor is the sponsor that pays for pretty much everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I think that's where the problem lies, because they need the travel money from somewhere. For the pros that don't win as often as they do, that get money from every event, how are you going to pay for all the travel? Because it's expensive.
Yeah.
I mean, you're $1,000 a trip easy.
Yeah.
But on the same time, I saw Jordan Power posted, I think it was total ACL winnings for players.
Mm-hmm.
And Mark Richards was number 1. And I think he was above 60 grand, 65 grand. And I remember looking down the list, and around top 10, we're making $50,000 plus. Mm-hmm. And I think that was just earnings from ACL. And that's a wage. You can live on that,
Yeah.
right?
Okay, so pause.
Yeah.
Taxed.
Yeah. Everybody gets taxed.
Oh, yeah.
I know, but that's taxed heavy. It's winnings.
All right.
Okay.
On top of that, you do have to pay for the travel and stuff. Let's just say
Yeah.
you have no sponsors.
Yeah.
And how long was that list?
Right. After you got to the 10 or so, it's not a living.
It's gone.
Yeah.
So that's the problem with being a pro right now, man. You just break your arm. There goes your living wage for a year.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And so from the bag makers I've talked to, pros are opening with 20 grand. And these are pros that are not on that. Just 250 pros? 256 or something?
I think sponsorships usually go, starting off like a rookie, it's 5 to 7.5 thousand if you're just a normal guy. Maybe probably a little less than that if you're just a normal guy. And then you have the guys that they have shown promise or shown talent, they've won some stuff.
Yeah.
That's when you start talking about the 10, 15. And then the guys you're I know I'm going to get some wins and TV time or exposure out of that guy.
Yeah.
That's when you start hitting the 20, 25. And then from there, I mean, that's winnings.
But there's 50 ACL bag makers, right? And there's the ACL, last time I saw a statistic, they said they had 100,000 players, right? Mm-hmm. So you could do the math. That's 2,000 players, I think. I'm not sure if that's correct, per bag maker. Mm-hmm. Point is, the market's not as big. The market is not as big as players seem to think it is. I saw a post on Facebook where some guy was like, all right, let's assume you get 1,000 visitors to your site and you are able to convert 2% of them. And before you know it, this guy had calculated that every bag maker is making $5 million. And they have the money to sponsor players. It's bro, wake up. That's not reality.
I don't see how they do it.
The 100,000 number, that's probably the list of players that they've had, not active.
Yeah.
That's the active is the key part of that. How many people are showing up once a month or once every 3 months, 6 months to play an event?
Right.
That's what the real number is.
Yeah, and how many of them are buying bags and how many are they buying? But I just don't think the market's as big as people think to support the $20,000 to sponsor a player when there's so many of them. And then, okay, so
Like, how do they even make money? Is what I don't get.
the players,
Like, no, the bag companies. Like, if they're sponsoring all these players, how do they make money?
I don't think they
think
are, and that's why they're
they're-
backing off of it.
Yeah.
I mean, you would sponsor everybody if you could.
Oh yeah. That's why I thought like all these BG players, they had the reputation of like, man, I just love BG, so I'm just gonna throw it. You know, and I just never could see them throwing anything else like
Creek Killer.
Creek Killer,
Oh, he's gone, right? He went to Kill Shots?
especially Creek Killer.
Yeah, he's with Kill Shots with Ryan Windsor.
Ryan Windsor. And Ryan
'Cause-
Windsor left too. That's Ryan Windsor's third company.
Yes. Which I don't. I mean, you're going to take Ryan Windsor if he comes to you, but it's like Devin Harbaugh. He hops around a lot.
Yeah.
And I don't. Man, 1, okay. 2, okay. When you start getting on to 3 and 4, it's like, man, you're just chasing the check.
Yeah, I think you're just only
what's
the
wrong
new
with that?
players.
Nothing. It's 1 year. You're signing 1-year deals. If the bag manufacturer wants them around longer, make them sign a longer deal.
Yeah.
Fire Cornhole, 3-year deal, I think, with all those, with Matt Guy, Jamie Graham, that they're off the deal now. But I'm saying when they first made their splash, I think my first year being a pro, that's when they got sponsored. So 3 years later, yeah, they're off their deal now. That's why Jamie Graham switched bag companies.
And so Jamie Graham is with All Cornhole,
Yeah.
playing with Maudlin.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you think they will, number one, two-part question. First part, will they throw multiple or different size patches during a major tournament?
They'll try to get them to.
They
Yeah.
will, because All Cornhole wants to sell that whole concept,
that too.
right? So will they be throwing, and you'll throw the biggest one first,
I
followed
think
by the
that's so
smallest?
lame, by the way.
I do too.
Oh, you can have
so
4
lame.
different ones at the same time?
You can have 4 different size patches on your bags now.
Oh, come
You could
on.
also have 3 different weights of your bags in
It's
ACL.
a horrible idea.
That is weird.
It's horrible.
Yeah. You got to
just
be looking
horrible.
at your bags the whole damn time. Like,
If you
Yeah,
know
which
the
is
thi-
which.
Well, the thing is, if you know the full story too, like ACL has been working towards this
Yeah.
for a while now. That's probably why they got the patch the way they did with the trademark
patent.
patent.
But working towards this, what, just everybody throws all cornhole?
We're the only ones that can have a patch, and now you're allowed to have different patch sizes because the owner of ACL has that major stake into all cornhole, right?
Yeah.
So he's doing something no one can even close to do.
right.
Because what other company is allowed to do that? They can't. They can't put a patch on their bag.
It almost seems like they were poking fun at Ultra, because in the rules of ACL's rules, in their player guide, it says something about like the Ultra Viking having, different patches or different friction, something. And we all know Ultra doesn't do that. They got rid of their dots. Mm-hmm. So
They had to get rid of their dots.
Dude, I forgot all about the dots. I
Yeah,
thought they were
right.
able to keep it.
I don't know how they did it.
Ultra's done with dots.
I thought they were-
screen print would work.
Damn.
You could just put a.
I
You knew
forgot
this whole
all
time?
about the dots.
I'll show you my prototypes.
I kind of missed the dots.
Say it again.
I kind of missed the dots. Just
But they
No,
wore
they're
off.
cool.
I never threw them, but I
They
just
were
thought it was cool.
I don't know. I thought they wore off too easily.
No,
and
they
was,
were cool.
From one, I talk about overcomplicating things and loving good ideas, but then in practice, they're not worth the effort. That's what I think about the dots. They're not worth the effort. The manufacturing process.
I disagree. I think that made them sell more bags because people believed in them.
Well, but it's a shtick. But that's my point. It's not, doesn't really work, but it's a cool
what
idea.
about certain bag manufacturers that spend a long time around their seam of their bags? What does that do? Is that a waste of time?
Dude, your seam's gotten pretty good, man.
Oh, my closing seems legit.
It's like ultra
It is.
level.
Yep.
Don't
Yep.
give them that much credit, but
Thank
it
you,
is pretty
bro.
good.
It's pretty good. Yeah.
I
okay.
give ultra that is that I like how they could stay consistent on their art too. It's always the
Yeah,
Like the
I
actual
love
lacrosse?
and hate
Oh
it.
yeah.
I
Yeah.
love and hate it. It's
Yeah.
their look, but I wish they would change it up and do something every once in a
yeah,
while.
great job.
Well, they do. I mean, they're. I want to say they're vapor. They've got some of their other bags don't have that exact same look, but
Right.
it's important to have bags that look a certain way. So the question was a 2-part. Well, the first was, do you think they're going to have different size patches in a tournament? I
Yeah.
think you both said yes.
Yep.
Because All Cornhole's going to push it because it sells
Yep.
more bags, right? You got to buy like 5 sets or whatever.
For shizzle.
And then the second question is, are they going to win a tournament throwing different sized patch bags? Maudlin and Jamie.
You got to find a really mentally tough play. Maudlin might win seniors with it.
Doubles. Because Maudlin, sure. He's going to throw game changers with patches, different sizes.
He's going to throw the slick side every time.
Yeah. But what about JB Graham? Is he going to be doing it? Because he mentioned it in an interview about how he was working on it. Or
They want him to.
Yeah.
We all know they want him to, but that's a mental hurdle. And if anyone's going to take it on, it's Jamie Graham.
yeah, right? He loves to tinker and play with stuff.
But that's a mental hurdle.
But like you said earlier, you're going to have to check, right? You got your 4 bags. Like, okay, let me make sure I get my big patch first. It adds a complexity where you want to get in the zone and just stroke it down the middle. Like I think it's overcomplicating something.
That's the thing for me. Like the bag broker bags, I love their feel and I love their bags, but I always have to look at it.
Oh, which side is which?
Yeah. That's just how it is. I don't know.
You talking to the gambler?
I love a gambler.
You're playing pretty good in this last round.
That's been my bag lately, but still I have to be like, okay.
Which is which?
Unless it's a specialty bag where it's obvious. I like a bag that's obvious which side's which.
I'm getting a lot of requests for printing the speed of the bag on each side. Put a 9 on the 9 side, put a 7 on the 7 side.
Yeah,
lame.
Call it
lame. At least, I mean, I'd understand you put fast in small print somewhere and slow in small print somewhere, but the bag speed?
Ooh, fast and slow might be an okay idea.
All right. I was going to tell you not to take my idea, but we know that someone's going to listen, and I know someone that will take
fast and slow.
Mm-hmm.
All right. You guys want to do a 2-part episode?
We are, because we can talk about CJ enough.
I'm feeling 2 parts.
Oh, totally, bro.
That's totally. We're going to have so much Cornhole content this week. It's going to be, we're overflowing with Cornhole content. I love it.
Has anybody told you like a dad joke about the Hey Dude, like that the carpet side is actually the rug from the actual movie?
No.
Dude, that's what the whole movie is about, is this damn rug.
The rug. I've tried to make the rug a thing. I've got a bag design where I'm trying to make the rug part of the bag design, but I can't get the right color carpet.
Yeah.
Clearly, I got to watch the movie.
You haven't seen The Big Lebowski?
You got to watch it, bro.
Bruh.
I told somebody earlier that The Big Lebowski is Friday, but with white people. Yeah, pretty much the same thing.
You're not going to like what I'm about to say.
Go ahead. You don't like Friday?
I haven't watched it.
Oh, come on, bro.
Okay, well, Friday is The Big Lebowski with black people. Yeah. So there you go.
All right.
I mean,
so
forget how young Grant is.
You can watch them back to back.
What if I'd rather watch Mexicans? What do I go to?
I don't think they've made a Mexican one yet.
It's coming.
Yeah, maybe that's what we need to do. I'm trying to think.
They have not made one yet that's like that.
All right, well, thanks for coming to part 1. I hope you stick around
It will be more about
part
you
2
in part 2.
And the Losers Lounge.
Yes.
I mean, is there something that you want to talk about?
No, I like to just
hang out, let it go?
Let it flow.
I want to talk about more ACL stuff.
Sure.
There's all kinds of things we can talk about.
There's a lot to talk about in all kinds of shit.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Should we keep it Cornhole related or go off Cornhole?
Well, first half needs to be Cornhole.
Yeah. I mean, Cornhole is really related to everything.
Yeah.
So
we'll start off with, first of all, we got to talk more about the dojo.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I'm going to reset the camera. I think when we're going to redo this room, and I've almost got it set up where we can just stream to the computer and be capturing live in 4K.
What did this used to be right here? Just a closet kind of room?
Just a junk room.
Yeah.
And then Raymond transformed it. Yeah. All right, CJ, we're going to be more about you this time. You know what I'm saying? More about you. Yes. So tell me, what's your ranking right now?
I am a solid C player.
Solid C.
Which means I can play like a B sometimes, and I can play like a D sometimes. That's really what that means.
What about an E? Sneak an E in there?
There's such thing as that?
Yeah, it's women and children are E's.
Oh, no.
Yeah, and dude, the TCL used to get killed about that, by the way. Are you saying women aren't good?
Yeah.
Man, no, it's actually, we're trying to make it where you can play with your husband. That's all we're trying to do over here.
Well, I can tell you my wife's an E, and she just happens to be a girl.
So, how many times a week would you say you play?
Actually play at League. Whatever
so you're playing once a week?
Yeah.
And then tournaments, you play much tournaments?
No. I mean, the only time I play tournaments is like SIGs, stuff like that.
Yeah.
But...
So, do you think C player is the proper tier ranking for you?
Yeah. Yeah, I think so. Because, I mean, I'm probably throwing right now I'm pushing 7, as far as my PPR.
Yeah.
Pushing it. I went about a week and a half straight, maybe two weeks straight of pushing 7.5.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. So, I was feeling pretty good, and then I don't know what happened. It was weird.
Well...
Threw a 7.5 today.
Did I?
So, 7.4, actually.
Okay, that's good. See, I played great today.
I wish he would have the same mindset, because he just hates on himself, man.
Yeah, I need to fix that.
But you're an SPR guy.
Yeah, because SPR is the greatest tool to figure out a person's playing ability.
So if you throw a 12 all the time and you're perfect, then that means you have 100 SPR?
No, not even close.
You would think.
Your SPR is built off your win-losses.
Oh, okay.
Your PPR can affect how big that win-loss, positive or negative, is, but it's really off your win-losses.
So there's not a perfect score.
You can actually go above 100. No one's done it. A few of us have been close. I've gotten to 96. I've seen some 97s.
Wow.
But no one's hit 100. I wanted to so bad. But when you're that high, as soon as it doesn't matter if you lose to good players, you're losing a couple points.
Yeah.
So it's tough. But, man, if you can get 100, you are him. He is him.
Pushing. I'm just looking at today's Switcholio. And if you go in order of the people in the room based on PPR, it's me first, and then Grant, and then you.
Yeah.
But if you go in the order of the people that stayed in the tournament.
What was your PPR today?
A big old 8.12. But the boards are slow here, man. Those AC units on top of the boards make it tough.
My Kratos kept hanging on every time I threw Kratos. That's what I like about Switches. You get to throw different bags all the time. But my Kratos kept hanging like on the right side. But that's because I was hooking it every time.
Yeah.
I know the boards are slow here while I'm throwing Pride R's.
Yeah.
And they're not, I mean, I know that they slow down, but they were slow.
And I think it's good to play here, being AJ's, for those who don't know, because SIG boards get slow, right? So it's nice to warm up and practice and play on slow boards.
Yes. I agree, totally.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. All right, cool, man. So the Cornhole Dojo, is it done? Are you throwing a party there? I think I saw a video of a party at your place, and I was like, 1, I didn't get invited. 2, I didn't see anybody playing cornhole.
No, it was a house party for my wife. She turned 40, but the thing is, my house is next door to the dojo.
Oh, it's next door. That's right.
Yeah,
that's right.
So pretty much the dojo is just a commercial building next to my house.
With cornhole boards.
With a really, really, really huge backyard.
And an art studio.
And an art studio, yeah. And then right next to that, there's a historical building, which eventually I want to fix up. It's originally built in 1909.
Nice.
Yeah. So I'm just one of those guys. I got all these thoughts in my head, all these dreams in my head, but like, I need to get the money to do all this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So.
Well, you could.
So right now I'm just doing it myself, little by little, little by little.
Part ways with your bag collection, you might be able to afford it. Point.
Man, that would just be. It would be like all for nothing. You know, it would be like. If I got rid of them,
so what made you get into art? So art first and then bag art.
Well, I've always been in the collision repair industry, and so I love getting something that looks broken and then putting it back together. You know, the before and after is awesome. So, and then one day there was this guy who came in. He was like, hey, I really want to know how to do paint and body. Can you teach me? I was like, I mean, we're not a school, don't have time to teach people. And he goes, well, I can do murals if you want. I can do murals for you, and you can teach me. And I was like, okay, you can do something on that wall right there. And then he freaking knocked out like this badass mural like in an hour, And I was like, wow. I was like, okay, now do this on this wall. Now do this on this wall. And like we wound up doing the whole shop. And he stayed there for about a couple months. And then I was just me watching him, I just started like learning, how to do stuff. And then, so that's me. I can do murals and stuff, but it takes me forever because I just really, and this guy he's one of those memory guys. He could just freaking do it. You know what I mean?
He doesn't need like he doesn't need something to look at. He just does it from his mind.
So he wanted to learn something, and you ended up learning something.
We both learned something, yeah. But except the thing with him though is that if I let him just do whatever he wanted, he was kind of like a lowrider guy. So he would do like girls, like cholo girls with like their boobs hanging out, with like a clown face or like a skull, and like stuff like that. And I was like, this is a commercial area. People be coming through here, so
we gotta be professional.
Yeah, I was like, how about you just do like Street Fighter 2 over here? Stuff like that. And he's like, okay.
And Jordan.
Yeah.
The Michael Jordan mural was really good.
Yeah. And the thing is that he was really good with airbrush.
Okay.
And I'm just all paintbrush only. That'd be nice to learn how to do that. So, I don't know. Eventually I want to get there to where, like, let's say I won the lottery. I think probably what I would do is I would probably hire somebody to just run the shop for me.
Yeah.
And I don't want to have nothing to do with the shop no more.
Yeah.
Like, you take care of that shit. And all I want to do is just freaking paint all day and then go play cornhole.
That sounds like a good life.
It sounds like a pretty good life. Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be badass.
So then you did some art yourself, obviously, right? Then what led to you just being obsessed with bag art?
Well, yeah, because again, I didn't know there was a big industry of cornhole, and so when I was at North Texas, I was just excited just by people playing cornhole. I was like, wow, look at all these different bags and everything, and of course, people talk about hype, because right now, the hype right now on a certain bag isn't the same hype that was last year, right? So back then, the hype was the Yeti. You know what I mean? And I kept hearing about the Yeti, and I was like, well, who's got one? Well, nobody does. That's why it's so badass. Nobody's got one. And I was like, shit. Well, and then you finally find somebody that's got one, and you're trying to get it, and then you finally get one, and they're like, oh, have you heard about the Game Changer? Like, no, what's that? Like, it's from ACL. Nobody's got that. Like, what? Really? And so the hunt continues. So I guess it was just more about the hunt, and then now that's what's kind of sad is like I feel like the hunt's over. Like, it's a lot easier to get bags now.
Yeah.
It is. There's so many options
Yeah.
on everything, and then
Yeah.
every bag manufacturer can pretty much keep up with whatever demand.
Yep.
Yes.
And they're saying they can't, they're probably lying.
Yeah.
So,
It depends if you want to put the work in,
right.
Sometimes I don't feel like making bags.
So, no, they're not available.
Yeah.
But
Is that the biggest moneymaker for TCL bags still?
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I don't have a bag.
well, if you were around for kind of this TCL area, they've been around they've been 12 years.
Yeah.
They were only events, and they just had these two-sided bags. They used to bring the bags to all the events. You threw us on the boards, right? And then it led to, okay, you can buy your own sets, but it's the same. You got two colors, blue, red, right? And then it started with Reynolds, really, and they started having some bags and made their bag policy, whatever they were doing, and put the stamp on there. And what it did is it elevated that. Yes, it provided extra income, but also elevated Texas Cornhole League a ton when it came to the amount of boards they can afford to take events, trailers, having employees. I mean, the tier ranking system, that takes a lot of time to do. People don't realize how much time it takes to do tier rankings. So it just made
So I should just use SPR.
okay.
It would save so much time. You guys,
And I don't disagree.
don't
with
mean
you
to interrupt
totally.
you. Go ahead.
It's
I
hard to
don't
argue
disagree
against
with you
you, though.
totally, but yeah, I mean it's the money is going back into the league. I can promise you that much.
Would you say it's the same for ACL? Their biggest
Oh yeah,
moneymakers bags too?
yeah.
100%.
They wouldn't. If it wasn't for bags, there would not be leagues.
Yeah, the bag revenue is crazy, and not all leagues are making money off of bags, right? But they are starting to.
Right.
Like
The ones
ACO
that-
finally caved.
Yes.
CCA, California Cornhole,
Yes.
they also did the same thing. So the leagues that tried to hold out and said they weren't going to do it, everybody's doing it
Yeah.
Right.
because it's such a easy way to make revenue for the league, and leagues need to make money, right?
Yes.
These things aren't free, and defending ACL and TCL, those shows are really good. Like the TCL Signature Series, that was amazing. Like the last Shreveport one I went to, the way it was set up, all the boards are like really good. Those X Factor boards,
Right. It's
like
an investment to do events like
the
that.
audio video equipment that they bring, the
Yeah.
Wi-Fi, every tablet is connected and working.
Yes.
Like the time, the effort, and the equipment. So a lot of people talk or throw shade, right? Like it's greedy, but I see that money getting put to work, and it doesn't. So I don't get mad about it, right? Like
Right.
my labor literally pays for a lot of that shit. Me making
good.
these bags and people buying them, and I don't mind it one bit. And then going to ACL, wow, that ACL HQ, dude, you got to go there if you like cornhole. Like the
Oh.
ACL HQ
I
is
definitely want to go there one day.
amazing. You can play a sit and go whenever you want. So it's really like the house that Bags built, in my mind.
Yeah.
And my understanding is they pay to be on ESPN. Like it,
I was just about to ask you that.
yeah,
Yeah, they don't get paid.
yeah. So
Yeah, that makes sense.
all of that stuff that these leagues, ACL, TCL, are doing, and that they've passed other leagues like ACO. I think, in my mind, and I would be I'd bet almost anything that I'm right on this. It's because of bag revenue and bag sales. They do it different ways, right? TCL does the wholesale retail deal. ACL does the royalty. I think Chad eventually, I have faith, will realize the royalty is a better way to go. Talk to an investment banker about what they look for when they're trying to value companies, and quote unquote mailbox money is the number one thing. If you could show you just make royalty revenue, my goodness, your company just hit another multiples because of your total revenue, because royalty revenue is the easiest revenue to make.
To go to work.
What people want. Yeah, it just shows up.
Yeah.
You don't have to do any work. It just shows up.
Yeah.
Sign a contract. Okay, now you owe me every month.
Jesus.
That's the easiest money in the world. So yeah, royalty is I think where it's at, but I don't think TCL will change because they like the control of it, but also when you look at the money per bag, the wholesale retail, it's more per bag. But I digress.
I mean, you gotta understand the whole process too, because when this all originally started, it was all about Reynolds and or a few bag companies, local. It was really local and Reynolds that were the two main bag companies for TCL, because it went from them having those just blue and red bags to which led to, okay, you can start buying your own bags, but we're buying them wholesale from Reynolds. We're buying them wholesale from just two places. And then more bag manufacturers started popping up. I think the only reason a royalty deal makes sense now is because of the amount of bag companies, right?
I mean, a royalty deal makes sense.
Which happened in the last 2 years?
Yeah, I guess so. But I mean, royalty makes sense because you literally don't have to do anything but receive the wire transfer. I mean, it's like the easiest
but I think
money
that's
in the world.
something that's more like it's down the road.
Yeah,
the league's got to be bigger. Right now, the league's got to put the work in because the league's not big enough.
TCL?
Yes.
I mean, it's okay. I hear your point, and I think
that's what's weird is about South Texas for some reason is dominated by ACL and nobody else.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the thing is, I feel like if TCL pushed into that area, started taking a signature series or two, or some sort of special event, it wouldn't be hard to get those areas on board.
No, we wouldn't. They don't even try.
When you show up, they don't try.
No.
They need to start trying. They will start trying.
Yeah.
But I think that when you come to a signature series, you realize why TCL is worth it.
Yeah,
right?
You really do have to go to that show, and it's something that if you haven't experienced, you got to come check it out, man. The signature series are where it's at, and the next one is going to be here, right, in Irving. The big ass bros are coming to town.
Yep, and a lot of Oklahoma.
A lot of Oklahoma guys are coming?
Yes.
Yeah, more and more are showing up.
TCL starting to get some Oklahoma people to come and check it out.
Yes.
And, hopefully it's something down the road where we can, do something cool with Oklahoma and have that presence,
Yeah. I would love to see, Scoreholio create a league where you could earn points in any of these affiliated leagues, like the California, CCA, TCL, there's Michigan, and then once a year, have a big old throwdown, just like Chad's talked about in the past, like the colleges and having like a championship. That'd be pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But Scoreholio's got so many sports that they're kind of doing the same thing with,
Yeah.
The pickleball, they're putting a lot of time and energy into pickleball.
Yeah.
Pickleball right now.
That's where people are playing. That's what they're doing.
I still want to go to Chicken and Pickle. Have you been there?
I've heard about it, man.
I know I've heard about it too, and I want to go there to try the chicken.
Yeah.
Have you played
it's gotta
pickleball?
Be good, man. No,
I haven't either.
I haven't, but I'm afraid to give it a shot, man.
Because you're just gonna go fall in love.
I just get obsessive.
Yeah.
I think it's for tennis players who can't compete. I think it's kind of like
takes out the
softball.
physical element.
I think a lot of softball people came to cornhole. I think a lot of tennis people came to pickleball.
Right.
Yeah. Well, when you get older and things start hurting and you can't move as fast,
yeah.
Pickleball is where it's at.
Mm-hmm.
So what's your favorite bag art?
My favorite bag art? I'd say my favorite bag, and it's just I got so many that I love, but I guess if I had to pick one that just wins by a little smidget.
Can I guess?
Smidget?
No. I can't guess. I know what it is. I know what he's going to say.
Yeah. It's the sexy Bonnie.
Oh, yeah. Really? Are you saying that because I'm here?
No, I've even told Taylor Stone this.
I thought for sure you were going to say Benatar. That was going to be my guess.
No. One time Taylor, me and Taylor, somebody else, we were in a hotel room. We were all just hanging out talking bags, and then I think he threw me some minnows that I was like, hey, he was like, hey, you like these minnows? And I was like, yeah, these are fucking badass. And then the other guy asked me, oh, it's Gomez. He was like, hey, what's your favorite bag? And what's the sexiest bag? And I was like, I think it's the Bonnie, man. And I had it in my bag.
With Taylor there.
Taylor goes, He just snatched it back out of my hand.
I had no idea, bro.
I'm not saying I play badass with it, but I just love the color combination, how you did it. Because it's really black on top, and it's got colorful in the middle, and then the backside was just really colorful. I really like it.
We got to make you some more of those.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
I like that one too. Although now I've got to do the 25 stamp. Because, that one I snuck the stamp in.
Yeah, you could probably do it again.
Yeah, maybe.
No, not anymore.
I know.
They got a clamp on that rule.
But you know what's cool about it is I don't have to worry about it anymore. Like I used to try to be creative and like work the TCL throwing man into designs, and a lot of them I took pride in. I'm like, man, I really did a good job of. And now it's like, who gives a shit? Just bring it into Illustrator, I got the TCL 25 guy in my library, just drag and drop it, done. Kick it over to Ashton, wait.
Wait.
Such a bottleneck. I mean, if Chad and Jason, if you're listening, the biggest bottleneck in my bag manufacturing right now is waiting. Not waiting. It's not Ashton's fault. It's just the process of having to submit designs for approval.
Well,
does Ashton got your old job? Kind of.
I wouldn't define it that way, but I can see how it
Ashton runs TCL basically.
Well, didn't he used to too? I think you used to like answer all the emails and.
Ashton takes care of, as of like right now, Ashton's role is the store and custom orders, boards, like anything that's store related.
Customs?
Yes.
Those are available?
They're getting there.
I haven't received any custom orders.
Okay.
Is that my fault?
No, we're getting there.
All right.
Yeah.
Trust
Wait,
me.
we're getting there.
Trust me, I'm poking them. But
He said we're getting there.
Ashton's in charge of all things TCL store. So don't give me. I mean, they got Ashton doing a lot of things, man.
Yeah.
He has a crazy good work ethic.
Yeah. Well, he's not married, doesn't have any kids, so he's got time.
Yeah, it was his birthday this past weekend though, so he did get a drinking buddy.
Oh, is he 21 now?
Yes.
Stay away from booze, Ashton. Ooh. That's my advice to you if you're listening to this. He's not listening. He turned it off after 10 minutes.
49 minutes.
Yeah.
Good luck, buddy.
So your favorite bag art, you know what's Haley's favorite bag art?
I would say the Lust.
The one you did, the red-haired one. The red-haired Lust design you did. That was her favorite design. It's probably one of my favorites.
Yeah, I like it a lot.
That's my favorite black and white design is the center Lust with the black carpet and the white on top. That one?
Yeah.
Yeah, I really.
Yeah.
That's my favorite black and white.
My personal was the Elvis, the one I did, the glass portrait.
Oh, yeah.
Just because
Stained
it was
glass.
a cool idea I had, and I just liked the way it looked. And
that was a good one. That looks good.
And plus, it's got the word church in it. Got taken to church.
Yeah.
That
was pretty clever.
I've got some new Marylands that I've been working on. They're going to be dropping, I think, of the next drop that I'm pretty proud of. Because I got the graphics to match the carpet, and I have like a silver carpet and a gold carpet, and I think they look fucking great.
The only thing that sucks about bag designing now is that... excuse me for cussing.
Yeah. I've been trying not to cuss, bro. Coach Prime. I want to be like Coach Prime.
So it's I used to like sit at the computer and just spend a long time trying to knock out one like really good design, but now it feels like people just want all sorts of different designs, all sorts of different colors. It's not just about getting one right anymore.
That's what you're saying. That once they start custom orders, like that's going to be a whole new generation of stuff.
I've been struggling with that, dude, because people want custom bags, and I cannot I can't design what they want. And like, so I'll do something and I'll send it to the person and they're like, oh, this, that, and the other. Oh, change this, change that. And at that point I'm checked out. Like I'm done. Like, I guess we're not making these bags.
It's not yours anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, you know what I'm saying.
I'm just not a designer. I need to find, you know what? I found somebody that would do it for me. That's what I need to do. Just outsource all custom bag design to some dude who likes to do it. Yeah, but then you
got to charge your person a fee and they don't like that. They don't want a design fee.
Well, I need to stop designing bags for people because I can't get it done. It just isn't working.
Yeah.
Moving on.
I like that Cowboys one you did for Infante.
Oh, thanks.
That was pretty good. And they still throw it, I think, too.
Yeah, that was last year.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a warranty replace those bags, actually.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's a herringbone. And I like how you went with the commandments now. Those are...
He finally got on the herringbone train. Toot.
The commandment is money.
Those are fucking money.
That's my main bag right now. The slick side is the unique part I got to put on the bag. I didn't want to be like everybody else.
Yeah.
Freaking nerds like to copy each other and just do the same thing. I don't want to. I want to do something different. So my slick side is a little slower than the typical fast side.
Yeah.
Right? And then the feel of it is like the old TCL Pro Advantage. And if anyone knows what that bag was, it was the bag.
Yeah.
And that's why you're seeing me and BG throwing the hell out of the commandments, because it feels like that old PA.
I threw Chase's slots the other day, and he was like, "Yeah, those are my slow bags." And when I had it in my hand, I was like, "God, they don't feel slow." And just throw it like that, and it does. It's got grip.
Yeah.
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 And
So
then-
those are slower than the commandment, right?
Yes, I love how everyone was killing me on the sloth early on, saying that's got to be your slow bag.
Yeah.
And it's like, we got to see a bag get broken in enough to see how slow it gets. And sure enough, it's a pretty slow bag.
Yeah.
But you can do anything you want with that bag.
That's probably my favorite bag that you make, the sloth.
It was
Yeah.
the Wrath.
It's a tough call. Wrath or sloth? Commandment,
You
mid.
hate the Envy.
Envy,
Because you hate
mid.
Turbo.
Envy's also mid. This one's
Man.
pretty good. Speaking of, you don't copy people, or you make your own stuff. This is a good one. This is.
Yeah.
I threw it a little bit earlier today. This is the new Pride, right? The Pride
Yeah,
R.
Pride R, yeah.
Yeah.
Sammy throws envies, right?
Yeah, he throws Envies. Same kills me, man. He says he doesn't like how a bag. I actually, that specific set of Envies he's won so much with, I spent probably a week at my desk, like in my spare time, playing video games or watching a show, or whatever, rubbing them on my wood desk, spraying wood oils, rubbing them some more, massage gun, spinning them on concrete. I spent a week just doing whatever I could to those bags. He threw them one time and decides to take them from me,
Oh shit!
and I'm okay with it because he wins with them all the
Yeah.
time. It
He's
doesn't
made
make-
those bags famous.
Yeah, he did.
Man,
So is it lemonade, electric lemonade?
Pink lemonade.
Pink lemonade. All right.
Yeah.
are those the ones that? Because I think that was the momentum breaker. I think that's the thing about competitive cornhole is that momentum is a big thing. And whenever he had two bags hang up on the side of the championship, and then Logan just went in, I think that happened to him 2 times in a row. And I think that's when Logan and them just caught back up.
Yeah. The ones he's throwing, they're a little too old. They're a little too grimy.
If you felt
They're
them,
a little too sticky.
they're worn,
Yeah.
to say the least. They are worn, man. And I mean, at some point, every bag starts to lose its drippiness, right?
And I think Govea, he needs to start throwing a bag like that, like a, what do you call those type of bags? Slinkies?
Yeah. Super
Yeah.
floppy.
Instead of a herringbone, he needs to be throwing those kind of bags because he was money.
The super flop. Yeah. Well, he adjusted. He got there. He started, figuring it out with Logan for sure, with his Slinky Hades, which I don't know if that's the same set that Logan's been throwing. It's that
looks the
same
same.
colorway.
Yeah,
I don't know. What does he do? Lock him in a box and bring him out for tournaments only?
yeah.
It's now that I think about it, those are the same materials. Just Logan's are the reverse side. I'm pretty sure that
the Envy, yes.
those two bags are,
Yes,
are the
it's
same materials.
Same thing, just reverse sides.
Yeah, yeah. Template fill a little bit different, but
Yeah.
it's funny how with, when I first making cornhole bags, I was searching for fabrics and always trying to find like new shit. And you mentioned it with the
Right.
commandment, that top side, and what a waste of time. Just use the stuff that's good that works.
Yeah.
I wasted so much time and money
I
searching
think
for
the game has
materials.
just been perfected. I think the last time there was a big change was the Viper R, right? That was the last big splash.
Yeah, kill shots. There's a new one.
Right now, it's Viper R.
The Viper R's is top, yeah.
Yeah.
So get yourself the dude, especially
Yeah.
the new colorways
And
I've got coming out.
TCL, I mean, Center Cornhole will be just a little bit behind, but we'll come out with the Viper R carpet. Check out the Jimmy though, because that's got the old school Reynolds carpet.
Yeah,
And we're gonna be coming out with that, and it's got a new slick
a
side,
new slick.
and they're money. But yeah, we'll come out with
We've been
the.
talking about the Jimmy for like this whole last
know.
season. Is
I
the
know.
Jimmy ever coming? The
Is that
bag that never was.
Is that a big center bag?
It's
gonna be a big
It's gonna be a center bag
it's
made
center
by Big
bag
D.
made by Big D.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, so they go in the hole a little more than the Big D
Jimmy.
bags.
Yeah,
Is that a
somehow they're going to
character
be
in a movie?
different.
The Jimmy? Is that a character?
Jimi Hendrix.
Jimi Hendrix.
Oh, the Jimi Hendrix. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
This guy right here.
Have you seen this
Nice.
design? I
Hey,
want
wait,
you
is
to
this
look off
the-
into the background of this design.
No.
Oh, damn.
Do you see him in there?
That's a big SC. Yeah, I see him right there.
He's there. He's
Yeah.
hanging. He's chilling, bro.
Whoa, this is like a trippy bag.
Yeah.
Whoa. I love it, dude.
So, John and I said we're going to do this. I'm sorry to put you on the spot, but when are you going to do us some designs for our stuff?
For Big D?
I need a podium potion label.
Oh wow.
I need. I need.
Oh, shit.
I want a center bag. He wants a Big D bag. We can
Yeah.
compromise on the
I
Jimmy.
mean, I don't know. Jimmy would be pretty good though.
The
Jimi
first
Hendrix.
release of the Jimmy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's a good.
Dude, this needs to be. I mean, that Jimmy right there is pretty freaking nice.
Thanks.
But
I've been doing too much of this where I make the letters really big.
Yeah.
You know, and put something behind it and play with the blending on Photoshop. Like a lot of my designs these days,
I
that's
love
just
it.
what it is.
I love it.
A lot of them.
That's that Superman look.
Yeah.
And that's how you feel whenever you're throwing offboard, right? Like Superman?
Yeah, I mean, on board's just not my. I can be good on board. I can throw good. I can do all that. But Superman, I whip out my cape, take off my glasses when I throw off board.
That's awesome. Clark Kent on one side. Ooh, that's what you need. You need to make a Clark Kent.
The Clark Kent bag.
Yeah.
It's not a bad idea.
Stop saying these ideas in front of him, man.
Yeah, I like it.
He's quicker
Clark
than me.
Kent.
The
You know,
Clark Kent.
That's not bad because I've kind of gone away from the Texas history people, right? With like the Archangel and the Dude.
Yeah.
And
That's your beginning.
although Bandit Queen is based on Belle Starr, who was a horse thief in Dallas, a woman in the late 1800s that ran a gang, the Bandit Queen. I thought it was such a cool moniker. I was like, all right, I'm taking that, putting that on some bags.
I mean, that'd be cool to live back in those days, but then that means they could jack you too.
That's right. My horse would get stolen.
Yeah.
She was murdered by a shotgun, found dead. Poor lady. So somebody might have been mad at her for stealing horses.
Yeah, dude. I think this design right here that's fucking dope.
Thanks, man. I did that. That's me. Mm-hmm. I actually had to make the center cornhole logo from scratch. So I made a vector file for it.
See, that's one thing I want to learn is all that shit.
Oh, have I shown you the Wacom tablet? I forgot if I showed you that at my house when you came over there one day. Bro, I think you'd love it because there's this thing.
I think we all should fucking learn that shit. We should have like a little,
Draw off.
yeah, no, just a study where we go to your house and you just teach us basics, and then eventually we brainstorm shit, and then we bam.
I agree. I agree that Grant needs to learn Photoshop and Illustrator.
Yes.
100%.
It's over
At
for
least
y'all.
basics.
It's like the roll shot. As soon as I learn that thing, it's over for y'all.
Yeah, well, we're all waiting. The roll shot. You did hit a roll shot today, I think. I
No,
saw it.
I didn't. I shot a lot of them.
You did.
Speaking of roll shots, we're at the 29th minute.
I
Yes.
know. All right, this has been.
Hey, actually, I want to thank you because the best roll shot game I've ever had, you got on camera. I threw over a 10. I was roll every frame, right?
That was fucking awesome, dude.
And I was not missing. Throwing those envies, by the way. Sammy's envies used to be mine. So thank you. Appreciate
sir.
you.
All right.
Good
well,
job, brother.
Thanks for listening to the Texas Cornhole Show. And just remember,
It's just a game.
Just a game, people. It's just a game. Don't take it so seriously.